Talk about a double twist. The UA Traitor has been exposed and they really bait you in with old Invisible Girl. I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, why would she be working for the big bad villain? That doesn't make sense. Has there been any signs? And I'm like, well, she is invisible. I guess it kind of, there's going to be a traitor, the one who could literally just take off the gloves and boots, could easily get any amount of information and easily give it to the big bad villain. And then quickly it's like, no, it's not her. Aoyama, one of the arguably weirdest characters in the show, using his belly button laser and but honestly, it makes sense. If they would have committed to old Invisible Girl doing it, I'm not sure how I would have felt, because I'm like, has there ever been a reason for her? Like, is there any way to write that and not feel like it's a betrayal of her character? Not that I think I've been overly invested, it just didn't make sense. But then when you see the parents talking about how they got involved with giving him a quirk, and how you can't go against him or will be killed. And then he's like, but I thought I could have friends here. And you really start to piece together, you're like, okay, I may rip into Harry Potter a fair amount whenever I can on this channel, but there is some character arcs in that series that I generally enjoy, and I think Draco Malfoy's was one of them, because in a similar way, kind of having to get caught up in the whole Voldemort thing because of parents, it's like he didn't want to, but he had no choice sort of a thing. That was like the immediate vibe I got from this, and honestly, man, coming off of my favorite moment last week in My Hero Academia up to that point, to then coming into one of the biggest shocker and emotional moments, I don't care what anyone says, man. Even when My Hero Academia is at its lowest, it's still more enjoyable than most battle shonens out there, 100%. And between Season 6 and what I've been seeing of Season 7, this show is just nothing but payoff in its endgame right now. I'm loving it, and my mind's blown. Full live reactions over on Patreon if you want to see my full and get thoughts and mind break in real time. It's going to be over there exclusively. Wow, I thought in most shows' cases, I feel like they would have revealed it to us and then kept it not known to the other characters for a good while. I thought Invisible Girl gonna get clapped. I thought she was gone. And then Deku just pops up, man. And he's just like, what I love about this is Deku's wanting him to join his side again. Isn't like this naive, it's naive in a way, because obviously we can't just all's well that ends well. You did betray us, you did expose shit, even if you didn't want to do it, let's go fight. No. People who have worked for All For One have literally blown up when no longer useful, so muzzling him and, trying to figure out what to do. Is he a bad person? No, but did he still do bad things? Yes, but Deku desperately, knows. And I think what's interesting, and I'm really glad they showed flashbacks, it's interesting how often he wasn't looking at the camera or looking at Deku specifically, after in the early parts of these seasons, he always was there. And that's because he genuinely did care about this, and he was hoping that he would not have to do any more. But the idea that it's not that he has a direct line of communication. The only reason that some stuff hasn't been exposed is because they weren't contacted and asked for information. But now that we know this, we have a little bit extra time because of what America did for us last week, right? So we have the ability to hopefully plan for something. Now, if we can give him piss poor information, we have to make it seem genuine, because now we can lure him somewhere, maybe devise a trap of some sort. Is it going to work out perfectly? Of course not, otherwise the manga would probably be over in 10 more chapters, and I mean, we're getting a 21 episode season and the manga's still going. It's in its endgame, but still, we know stuff's going to keep on going for a bit. But the idea of being able to know now that he is a messenger, when he does contact him, giving him false information to lead him somewhere could be our bread and butter, our ace in the hole here. Will it work? Time will tell. But does the kid deserve redemption? I would argue yes. The parents didn't seem like generic evil, they seemed dumb and rich. In this world, if your kid's quirkless, it's like, oh, he's disabled. He's not as everyone else is in this world. And should it be like that? No. He should have just been accepted as is. But when you're dumb and rich with money, when you hear rumors about someone giving quirks, sometimes you don't know what you sign up for until it's too late. And clearly they signed up for something and it was too late. And I like the idea that from minute one of revealing he 100% was a traitor, I never got the impression that he wanted to do it. It wasn't like he acted, you can blame the parents all you want. Like, they're dumb and rich. Were they evil? No, but they were dumb and rich. But if you want to pin some blame, pin it on the parents. They made a dumbass decision. He was a kid. He had no control. If he didn't do it, he would have got killed. He would have got. His parents would have got. The idea that not only does he get forced a quirk, he immediately starts having stomach pain and just issues with it. So then he has to wear this dumbass, like, naval belt thing. And just, like, the idea of, like, being able to rewatch My Hero Academia and being able to pick up on some of these clues a lot easier now is going to be so fun. But I love this twist. I'm not sure how I would have felt if he wasn't the traitor and it was her. Because they really make you... Now, I assume the manga made that more long. Now, here's the thing. I don't pay attention to the anime community after I'm done my videos. I pay attention to my comment section. Sometimes I'll read a Reddit thread here and there, but like my social media feeds are like cats and memes and stuff like that. I don't focus on this community outside of my videos. So I've avoided most spoilers for this show. I had no idea. But the idea that knowing how weekly manga chapters are, I have to imagine at least one point they finished with that shot, which was our slate where it's like, oh shit, is she a traitor? That had to have been a cliffhanger for a chapter, and I don't know, like, was the manga community salty when that happened? Like, why the hell would she be a traitor? Because I kind of feel like it would be, because I'm like, I immediately was like, that doesn't make, well, I guess it kind of makes sense, but why, right? Like, it's like, she never gave me the vibes. Him, it kind of makes a little more sense because he's such a weirdo, but then it makes a lot of sense as soon as you see the parents, because I'm like, if it was just him revealing information in the woods and he's like, I'm evil, I'm like, yeah, that probably would have felt pretty shitty. But the idea of the parents, like, begging and pleading made a lot more sense, especially given how genuinely upset he felt. But man, episode 2 and 3, those two episodes are two different types of whiplash. The animation has been incredible this season so far. I also want to point that out. Like, when she initially refracted the light from his laser, and like she starts glowing and you see the details on her face, that has to be one of the most beautiful shots in My Hero Academia recent memory, if I'm being honest. I don't know, it's weird being a My Hero Academia fan, because honestly my comment sections are pretty tame in comparison to someone talking about the show anymore. But like I said, I mean, this show is way more fun than most battle shows out there. I don't think it's a perfect show by any stretch, but it's definitely one of the most fun shows I watch every year, and I am going to be genuinely sad when the show does officially end. But season 6 and 7, that's like as peak as I could ask for so far in this show. Season 5, hit or a miss for sure, but man, like, what a twist. Let me know what you thought down below, especially if you're anime only. Were you spoiled on this? Because, what a whiplash for me, but let me know down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course ring that bell so you can notify when I upload more, and like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Daedalus, Pickrick, 542, Thor Linsgard, Vi, and we also have Anthony Silva. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.